We'll start with the bhajan from Neena, and then Jayu will take it from there at 5:30. Sri Lakshmi, we're going to start in a minute.
Yes. So I think Neena will start with a bhajan for us, as being Thursday, a very auspicious day. So Neena will sing a small bhajan. Preeti, you'll have to unmute Neena.
Yeah, I've unmuted her.
Preeti, you have to start your introduction. I'm just going to scroll in for my words, please.
Done. All right, Jay, you go for it.
Okay. So Neena will come in some time. Good evening to all of y'all. A warm welcome to all our Green members, all our well-wishers all over the world. I know a lot of people are joining from various places. So this time the Green Goddesses presents a place where you can visit and experience. It follows all the protocols and all the safety of Corona. So just go for it. What is this place that I am imagining? Am I imagining or is it there? Can you actually imagine a party, social gathering, a meeting in a completely solar space? I'm imagining. And office space which is completely solar powered. A safe, beautiful terrace place where you can have dinner with your loved ones, where you don't get worried about mosquitoes, lights, or shelter, and all the warmth of their family. So this is not just it. What about if my imagination goes a little more further, and if I think that I'm going to get fresh avocados and fresh palak at my doorstep anytime? That is what Shalini does for me. Her palak is amazing and her avocados are fantastic. So these are the few things that Prashant, Shalini, Tanay, Tanvi bring to all of us in a sustainable manner. Actually, I love this family, and as I get to know them better, I love them more because they actually walk the talk and they make it really luxurious. Sustainability, many people think that it's, not really there, but you can make it very, very luxurious, and that is what my Bokaria family does. I really, really hope that this, positive, infectious energy spreads to all of us, and that we get more immunity to make a more sustainable world around us. I am actually so excited about this place, about this Antispot. There are so many things in this meeting. There are 4 of them with different aspects of their life and how they have glued together as a family. And it's just, every person will bring out a new aspect of their lives. So stay tuned. Don't go off till the whole meeting is over, because each person has something unique for them. And of course, now I'll introduce my Neena, who will start with a bhajan, and then Preeti will go through this magical, exciting meeting with all the guys, Tanay, Tanvi, Prashant, and Shalini. Love you all, guys, and I'm very happy that we are doing this. So please visit them, and we surely someday all of us will go together. Okay, thank you. Neena, come.
Okay, this Sai Bhajan is dedicated to this fantastic family who's sitting in front of us. So all the blessings to them, because I think not only I've seen them evolve from a certain kind of people. I think it was about maybe 14 years back that we first met Shalini and Prashant. And I've seen them evolve into something much, much more beautiful. So guys, this is for you all. Janani, Janani, Satya Sai Shubha Janani, 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 Satya Sai Shubha Janani, Jagatkarani, परिपूरणी साईश्वरी जननी जगत्कारणी परिपूरणी साईश्वरी जननी सत्यस्वरूपिणी जननी सत्यस्वरूपिणी जननी धर्मसमर्दिनी जननी धर्मसमर्दिनी जननी शान्तस्वरूपिणी जननी शान्तस्वरूपिणी जननी प्रेमप्रदायिनी जननी प्रेमप्रदायिनी जननी साई प्रेमप्रदायिनी जननी 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 सत्य साई शुभ जननी.
Thank you so much, Veena.
Yes.
So Preeti is there, our green goddess, who's actually our technical support and very, very efficient in moderating all our virtual meetings. And she has so much to give and help us. So she's going to help out Tanay with the whole meeting and the whole Bokaria family. So presenting Preeti to you all.
Hi, good evening. So let's just get straight to the program, and Tane is waiting for us and Antispot. Tane, welcome.
Hello,
Yes, Tane.
can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, hi everyone, very good evening. And thank you so much for that introduction, Jayu and Preeti, and for the beautiful intro, Nina, as well. So, I'll just get started. We're right outside Antispot right now. This is just to give you an idea of what the building looks like. My video is clear, Preeti? I just want
Yeah, it's
to
clear,
make everybody can hear.
Tane. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, great.
Where exactly in Ananagar is this?
So this is in Ananagar East. If everybody's familiar with Chintamani Signal, we're actually very close by, right? And we're actually very close by to the Ananagar East metro station as well, just a 10-minute walk. So it's in I block. The number is I13, and that's what the stone right there identifies. So it's easy for people to kind of identify the building and recognize it instantly.
Great.
Right.
And can we switch to landscape mode, your phone, so we can view
Sure,
the
absolutely.
building better?
There, is that better?
Perfect, Tane. All right.
Great. Yeah. So I'll just do a quick walkthrough of the building, showing you each of the spaces that we have and what the idea behind the whole building is. Right.
Yes.
So just as we go in, there's a couple of things that I do want to point out. So we've taken care to choose kinds of greenery to enhance the space, bring in more positivity and not just visual greenery. So I'll give you an example or two. For example, if you can see this particular tree, it was planted by mom, but it's actually Lakshmi Taru. The idea behind it is it's got anti-carcinogenous properties. So it actually helps you fight cancer in some ways. I mean, like all good things, it does take time. It's not instantaneous, but over time, it does help cleanse the air of a lot of anti-cancer properties.
That's great, Tane. I'm sure we'll start planting more of those trees.
Sure. So just coming along inside, this is the entrance of the space. And as we would like with all of our spaces, we first start with a direct view of Lord Ganesha. Okay. And right above, we have a neem tree. Again, bringing in that positive energy to the space. So I'll just walk around. This is how we enter the building. So you can see even as I'm walking into the building, this is pretty much in the heart of the city, and you still have plenty of greenery in your view, and even as you walk in and out. So it kind of gives you that feeling that, you know, even though you're in the city, you can have an umpteen amount of greenery in your space.
It's looking good, Tane.
right? And this is the entrance. So these meeting rooms are spaces. They're part of one of our, and it's for the use of those co-working space members with a washroom conveniently located as well. So just showing you the general procedure as we enter. Someone checks you right away, and also requests you to sanitize right away. So we're very, very specific about the protocol that we do follow. And right, so just going into the building, and I'll take you upstairs with me right away. Now, just a small point or a few points as we go along. We've all heard in many ways or in different ways that staircases are great for your body. Wherever you can, you should take the staircase as opposed to taking the elevator. We have both here, but to encourage you to kind of take the stairs more, what we've paid attention to is little details. For example, the gradient of the stairs, right? You'll notice that it's not very steep. It's harder to notice visually, but when you climb it, that's when you notice that it's a slight difference and slight attention to detail that makes it easier for you to climb the stairs. So you're more likely to take it as opposed to any other set of stairs, let's say, that takes you from one floor to another.
There's a lot of thought gone into that, Tane. And of course, people should also know there are elevators, so you don't have to take the stairs. But if you do,
yes,
it's easy
absolutely.
on your knees.
Right. And so just diving into our first space here. So this is the co-working space, right? And the idea behind the space is to, we have some members working here. So the idea behind the space is to give you a professional place to work while still being close to nature as possible. So we've chosen to go for these large windows so that you have a lovely view of greenery even as you work in the common set of spaces, right?
It's beautiful,
and again,
lush, yes.
Yes, and again, the idea here is the comfort in the details and the attention to detail. I'll just point out two quick ones. One is, for example, now light is something that's there in your workspace that people are quite specific about, right? Like people want a brightly lit space. So apart from having natural flush light coming in, we do also have lighting that's placed all over the roof. But you'll often find that, let's say if you're working on a laptop, your requirement for lighting is very different as opposed to, let's say, when you're reading or when you're writing, right? So keeping any energy efficiency in mind and also the convenience of having the right light, we think that these table lamps that we've placed, the kind of flexibility that they offer for your workspace gives you the light exactly where you need it, as opposed to just having flush light irrespective of what you're doing, right? So you consume more consciously while still having the convenience of having lighting exactly where you need it, right? And another aspect here is plug points. Now, a lot of workspaces or even spaces at home, we find often don't have the right number of plug points that we need for all our devices, or have plug points that, have international sockets or don't have international sockets. What we've gone ahead to do here is place all your plug points right within hand's reach, and they're all international sockets. So it doesn't matter where your device is from. It could be America, it could be Australia, it could be anywhere, and you could just plug them in and start working right away.
How is the power generated, Tane?
So all the spaces that I'm about to show you through this building, each and every one of them is 100% solar powered, right? All your electricity here, so your plug points, your lighting, your air conditioning, all of it is 100% solar powered.
That's fabulous. We have Solar Suresh with us, so he'll be very excited to know all the details as well.
Absolutely. I'd love to offer more details as we go along, right? And just giving you a quick view of the space and heading out into our next one. So in the co-working space, as you can see, we do have a common set of seats as well, but we also have private cabins for those who'd like to take it up. We have 2 of them available in case that's the work mode that you prefer.
Right.
Right. So just going into our next space here. So this is our event space. Now, the core idea behind this space is flexibility. and of course, sustainability. So like our other space, the co-working space, this space is 100% solar powered again, and has a total capacity of 120 people. So we have chairs, we have tables. It's a full self-sustained system. You don't need to step out at all for anything that you need. Right now, again, a couple of interesting things that I'd like to point out here, where we paid attention to detail, is you'll notice that there are small plug points that are available every 6 to 8 feet. Lots of times what happens is in event spaces, you need devices, or you need your camera setup, your lighting, etc., for which you have these wires running across. They're often taped to the ground, you'll find, but and runs across the hall, and it's quite dangerous. So we've taken care of that, and we've made sure that they're available handy in every corner of the room, so that you can easily have your plug points or your devices exactly where you need it, right? Now, speaking of flexibility, there are these panels that you'll notice. Now, the idea behind these panels is they're not just for aesthetics, but they are sound absorbing panels. So they cut out the echo. So if you're having, for instance, a small music performance here, acoustics is something that they'll be very particular about. So we've gone ahead to put up these panels all across the hall in order to absorb the echo and cut down the amount of reverberations that you have through the place, right? Now, a little bit about these tables. So this is, how many of us recall from our childhood that we would have played with small Lego blocks or building blocks?
Yes. So you can put them together.
So the idea, absolutely. The idea behind them is that flexibility exactly. So just the small variety of things that you could do with it. You could put them up with a plank to make a table. You could put a small leather cushion on it to turn it into a tool. We've had events before here where people have used them to create a podium or a stage for themselves. So it brings that flexibility to the kind of event that you really want to have, and kind of puts the limit to your imagination. You know, what is it that you would like to do with these? And everything is possible, right? Now, another piece of detail that we have paid attention to is oftentimes we found that when we went to event spaces and they told us that their capacity is a certain X amount, let's say, by the time you reach 70 or 80% of that, the number of people. So let's say some hall says that it's got 100%, 100 people capacity. By the time you hit 70, 80 people, depending on how you're dressed, it already starts to get stuffy, and you already start to feel like, you know, you're sweating, you're getting uncomfortable. But here, when we say 120 people, we've made sure that the air conditioning that we've put up is geared to handle 120 people. Just to give you an example, I got engaged here, and I'm a Marwari, so you can imagine what kind of dressing that involves with the audience that's there. And there were 120 people here without breaking a sweat.
Congratulations, Dane. Good to know that.
Thank you so much. Right. So there's one other interesting piece of story here. So we've got these fish hook railings running all along. So just extending the flexibility even further, you can turn this space into a gallery, right? Each of these lights are individually angleable and tiltable. So that's just an example of how you could turn it into a spotlight, hang a painting there along with the light, so you can throw light on it and turn the entire space into a gallery.
That's going to give quite a few people a lot of ideas that you can use the space not just for weddings, reception, photo shoot, but also as an art gallery. That's really, really good. So much of attention to detail, Tane. Well done.
Right, thank you. And there's another fun piece of tech that we've got in this room. Let me just show you. Hey Siri, turn on all my lights.
That's very cool.
Right. So just to give this space a nice fun way to do it, you can change the colors. Right now it's purple. For instance, if you had a more formal event, you could turn all my lights to white. Turn all my lights to white. Right. So you could do that very quickly, right? So you have a wide variety of things depending on, let's say, the mood of the music that's there or the kind of party that you're having, that you could turn the lights to suit.
It's very cool.
Right. Okay. So
space for music events as well, right, Tane?
Absolutely. So there, we've had a very wide variety of events here. We've had small music concerts. We've had social gatherings. We've had formal meetings as well. So it is there's a lot that you could do here, and you could adapt the space to, and all making sure that you do in a sustainable manner as well. Because in this hall and the entire building, all the waste that is generated, we make sure we segregate it, and all the organic waste is used to create compost, while all the other waste is segregated and recycled.
Awesome, Tane.
Right. So just moving out and into our next set of spaces, we just head down. I wanted to show you the spaces, the co-working space first, so we don't miss the light.
Right. So love all the trees, the lush greenery. It's such a pleasure to work in such a office environment. These days, we don't get to see much trees anywhere.
Right.
So as Tane is just going down the stairs, I'm sure we are all appreciating it. So this Antispot is in Ananagar. So if it was not the new normal of the COVID situation, we actually would have had a nice meeting at Antispot. But now that we are doing all these virtual meetings, this is one way to get to see all the things. And we just have to go with the flow. So Tane is probably on his way to the next event floor. In the meantime, Jayu, I can see you. Okay, your audio is, you're on the headphone. Oh. So there are a couple of, he's back, Tane is back, small technical glitch. Yes, Tane.
Yeah, so sorry about that. I think there was a small technical glitch. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great. So now just entering our next set of spaces, we have a corporate space here as well. So it's a boardroom style seating with a meeting area, an audio visual equipment. You have your projector screen as well, and you have a whiteboard as well.
Awesome.
Right. And yeah, so this place again is for the co-working space members and anybody else who'd like to rent it, right? The idea, the core idea is to be able to do a wide variety of things, given the kind of spaces that we have, but in a sustainable manner.
Right.
Right. And just entering the next, we also have a dance studio housed in the same building. Right.
That's a good space with no pillars in between, lot of space, Tane.
Yes, absolutely. And we've also, for convenience sake, added a changing area as well.
Okay.
Right. And yeah, again, here we have a wide variety of things going on. We did before COVID, and then it'll slowly ramp up as things get safer, right? You have Zumba, you have choreography classes going on, you have dance classes, both classical, ballet, hip hop, and a wide variety of other things that you can use the space for.
It's spectacular. Looking forward to joining you in a few months' time, or maybe even next month, who knows?
Yes, hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon.
Yes. So just
out for you today, Tane.
Yes, yes. I mean, the stairs do make it easy. I kind of make it a point as much as you can. All wellness subscribers here.
There's a nice combination you used on the stairwell, the walls, the design, the paint colors. It's very interesting. Was it? Who is your designer?
So most of the aspects that you see of the building is just been purely a labor of love.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So it's just been mostly a labor of love designed by my parents.
Okay.
And yeah, so, I guess we'll hear from them more about this as we go along. So this is our next space. And this is basically a dining area for all of the co-working space users and for all other events in the building as well.
That
So
looks
we've,
really nice. Wow.
yeah, I mean, so the key idea here is to plug out of the space that you're in, take a break, because food is something that's kind of got, like, you know, apart from just eating it, it's also your sensory perception about where you eat it, the ambience of the space, and taking a break from your daily routine to enjoy a meal, right? So the idea was to make it as close to nature as possible. And that's the core concept behind both of our rooftop spaces. So this is the first one that I'm showing you. You can also host a wide variety of get-togethers, parties, and things like that. Say if you wanted to put together a buffet, we've added this for convenience as well, a ledge, so that you could just put up your buffet and get your service running already. And you could have all your washing areas right here as well for convenience, right? So you could just put it all up and get cracking with your event. We've also added fans on all pillars so that even if it gets a little sultry, you have ventilation exactly where you need it. And what we've also gone ahead and done is we've added plug points to all pillars. So in case you need to charge any of your phones, your devices, or if you'd like to add, let's say, a small barbecue machine of some kind, you're welcome to add that as well. And plug points are located conveniently, so you don't have to run wires across any of the spaces again.
So even your members from the co-working space can come and work up here in this space?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, that's
Right.
So tell
Yeah.
us about the catering side, Tane. Do we get to bring our own food, or we get our own chefs? How does it work?
Sure. So we have the flexibility of both options. Our only specificity is related to the fact that we are a vegetarian-only building. So we do not allow non-vegetarian food to be consumed in the building. That's an ethos that we hold to and something that we'd like to encourage. That being said, you could do so. You could bring in your own caterer for your events. A lot of people have very specific preferences, and we'd like to welcome those. And we give you a space in the building itself for your caterers to come in and prep the food. And if that's not an option that you'd like to go for, we also have partner caterers that we work with that can offer you virtually any kind of cuisine that you'd like. Anything from traditional Marwadi or Gujarati food, South Indian, North Indian, to East Indian food as well.
That's great. We are really looking forward to such a place. We didn't know we were looking forward to such a place. So
Great,
that's
fantastic. So, and this is, of course, the highlight of the building itself. A lovely set of solar panels. This is one set of solar panels that power the building. As we go into our next space, we'll see the other one as well.
Tane, even your solar panels are looking aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, so just so a little bit about the solar panels itself. They are very unique. It's called a BIPV system. It's one of the first installations, private installations of its kind in the country, I believe, right? And the fact what makes them unique is also that they're completely weatherproof. So let's say it started raining, you could still continue your dining event here or whatever else you were doing, continue working without having a single drop of rainwater fall on you or worry about that. In fact, when people are here on most occasions, I hope that it rains because it makes the whole
Yeah, the
ambience
beautiful
come alive.
ambience is beautiful and it gets better with the rain. Yeah, yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right. So just moving into our next and final space. And this is where the rest of the people are waiting for you.
Oh, wow, that's lovely. You see
Right.
3 familiar faces as well. That's nice.
So this is part of our rooftop space. What you saw earlier was your dining experience. And this is where the events can be hosted. So again, we offer a wide variety of flexibility here as well. You can add more tables like this if that's what's required for events. You could book the entire terrace for a private dining experience if you'd like. And a standard part of all of our offerings is, of course, you get access to high-speed Wi-Fi, and that's something that's part of your reservation, right? Here again, you have a lovely water body, so you could take up yoga lessons here if you'd like to teach. That's something that we offer the space up for as well, where you could come in, maybe even live stream on Zoom, and have your sessions that way in a lovely environment, right?
Superb. Very nice. And you have those now lovely lanterns as well. It look very pretty at as it gets darker in the night.
Yes. So just extending a couple of points here, there's one very close. So with most rooftop spaces, right, there's three major problems that we come across. Number one is, of course, shelter. So what happens if it starts raining, right? So as I mentioned earlier, the solar panels take care of that. You won't have to worry about, getting wet or any of that while your event goes on, right? Now, the second aspect is lighting. So lighting is something that, as you can see here, we have LED tubes running all across the solar panels. So even when it's sundown, it'll be very brightly lit. And the third and the final aspect is mosquitoes, right? That's the devil of any outdoor space today. So what we've done is the pond here has guppies, which is a very specific kind of fish that eats mosquito larvae. So those mosquito eggs are eaten by the fish, and it reduces the amount of mosquitoes that breed. We also have fans on all railings so that the ventilation cuts down the amount of mosquitoes that you have biting you. And then third, of course, we go for an insecticide treatment all around with the greenery, and combine that with sambrani and your traditional methods to avoid mosquitoes as well.
That's good. Then we probably might all shift and just live there at Antispot.
Yes. So that's a little bit about the space and about what we do here, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. I'll just hand it over to my mom now, and she can tell you a little bit more about our initiatives on the organic produce front.
Thank you, Zanek. That was fantastic.
So
Let's talk to Shalini now.
yeah.
Hey, Shalini.
Can you listen me? Can you hear me?
Right now, yes.
Good to go?
Yes. Good to go, Shalini.
Okay. So the weather is beautiful here, and I just want to sing one line. It's just catching this thing. So आचल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसी गगन के तले जहाँ गम भी ना हो आंसू भी ना हो बस प्यार ही प्यार पले एक ऐसी गगन के तले.
Fantastic.
Shalini here, and I would like to talk about my old union farm, which is organically certified. It is 14 acres in total, and I would just like you to give a glimpse of it, then I can explain you better.
All right. So we'll just play this video. Kiran, could you play the video of the farm, please?
Thank you. Okay, so now we are back. So we grow, it's a 14-acre land in Kodai Hills, and we grow avocados, black pepper, passion fruit, bananas, oranges, coffee, and we have a small experimental vegetable bed where we have started experimenting few of these like rainbow carrots, candy beet, and also some edible flowers. We also make our own panchkavyam and have water storage of more than 1,50,000 liters to be sustainable as possible. Extensive use of vermicompost, the cow dung, the panchkavyam that we make, the neem cakes are ongoing basis there throughout the year in order to enrich the soil and hence the environment. We're also working on a unique farm stay experience, which I think by the end of this year, it should get ready. And we are also working on coming up with a small batch of own coffee that we do, that is organic coffee. And we have just launched. Now, this is the one product that we have just launched out of our fruits that is organic, which is passion fruit. And there's a small drink that I'm holding with me. That's a passion fruit concentrate with my little bit of soda, or you can add tonic water, whatever you feel like. And it's good to go. It's so refreshing. So, and now I would like also you to show my producers, which I just kept here on Tane's phone. Tane, can you just yes. So I have bananas, avocados there. There's a papaya. You can also see some black pepper, green pepper, some parsley, some celery, passion fruit, and the bottom that you see is my passion fruit concentrate, the new product which has been launched.
It looks so yummy, Shalini. Where do we get to pick this up or feast on it?
Is it visible? Is it?
It's beautiful, it's visible, it's clear, and I want to.
Okay. And we have so that's about my produce. And over to Preeti.
Yes, Shalini, we just love it. And moving on to Tanvi, the stubborn baker, we want to see what she's up to. She shared her video earlier of her praline. So we would like to get to know more about it, Tanvi.
Yeah. Hi. So I'm a trained pastry chef. I studied in New York and then I went on to work there for a year and a half. And basically, I'm going to talk about how I am trying to bring sustainable practices in my kitchen and also to my brand. My brand is called the Stubborn Baker, and this is my box. This is my logo. And I'm going to cover in two areas: one in my kitchen practices, and then as well as a brand, like my packaging and my branding. So to touch base on my kitchen first, my entire kitchen would be solar powered because it's in the same building, and small things like in a kitchen. So two things like water and electricity are like on a 10 to 12 hour day. It's something that we use like all the time, right? So I have something called something as basic as a water sprinkler that I've attached to all my taps in the kitchen that spread the water out so you use less water to wash the same amount of dishes. I think small practices like a few small things add on to like bigger goals and they make you reach like a bigger, larger goal. Also, kitchens typically use a lot of single-use plastic. So that's one thing I'm very stubborn about, that I don't use as much. And if I do, I have a very good sanitizing, washing, cleaning, drying method so that I can reuse plastic a couple of times before I dispose it. And the other things, my packaging. I was very, very particular that my packaging is either environmentally sustainable or it can be upcycled, meaning reused again. So my everyday cake packaging and dessert packaging is made with recycled cardboard paper, and it can be recycled after the use. And my gift packaging is a box we just saw. That's a hard box, and it can be reused after the contents is like the contents are consumed. So it can be reused in gifting, for the gifting, keeping like, I don't know, keeping your jewelry, things like that. This is my kitchen and my kitchen, and would I cover the kitchen? Yeah. Yes. Now I want to cover the ingredients. I'm lucky I have access to really good produce from Old Union again, and it's organically grown. It's like every chef's dream. So I extensively use the black pepper, passion fruit, avocados, oranges. When it's orange season, I usually make a large batch of mandarin and host a bake sale because the oranges are just delicious. And black pepper, the coffee as well. I use them a lot in my every day, like on all my products.
And make your cakes beautiful with edible flowers.
Yeah,
And colorful edible flowers.
It's fantastic. Can we tell us more about the recipe that you shared? There are a lot of questions.
Recipe of a French tea cake, because everybody likes a little snack with their tea or coffee in the evening. So we recorded video we've sent on the group, and if everybody's had a look, I can take questions in the end, or you can also reach me directly, and I would love to help you find success with the recipe in your kitchens.
They will absolutely get in touch with you now that they've seen the product, the way, the little details you added, reuse, recycle, and everything that we are very fond of, Tanvi. So what else would you like to tell us? How should people go forth next when they're choosing their products? I would like to know your opinion, because you're the youth and we are really appreciating all the efforts you're putting towards conserving our environment.
Yeah, I think it's important to be conscious. I think that's where it begins, is being conscious. It's be to know what you're buying, to know the story behind it. That's why I have a lot of customers who ask me, do you like, is your flour organic? The produce you're using organic? Things like that. It's constantly asked. So I think it is definitely a lot of consciousness growing, and that's a good thing. People are also willing to pay a little bit more for, good packaging, like packaging that's environment friendly, packaging that can be upcycled, that can be reused again. So I think we're heading in the right direction. I just think being conscious about your actions and your choices is I think better. It will allow for a more sustainable future, I think.
That's wonderful, then. We really love hearing from you. Tell me one quick question. The stubborn baker, why?
Why the stubborn baker?
Yes.
Because because I think people view stubborn as being a very negative thing. I've always heard you're really stubborn, you don't listen, things like that. But I think it's really helped me make my choices I made today. Small things like I'm really stubborn about my ingredients. So I use really, really high quality Belgium chocolate in all my cakes. I use really, really high quality product from Old Uniform. I'm very lucky to have that access to an organic farm. I'm very stubborn about packaging. I'm really stubborn about the quality of my products, things like that. So I think it was just apt to call myself that, because that truly describes who I am.
It's very quirky, and it's definitely you. We just love the way you've been establishing your brand. So looking forward to more things from you, Tanvi. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much. I think Papa will take over now.
Yes. You want the big boss.
In front of you all, I literally got pushed out,
That's what happens.
Which is why I had to go, venture out of the city to, find my playground.
Tell us, Prashantji, tell us about your journey on the sustainability. How did you come about this whole idea? It's fascinating.
I don't know. Along as you continue to live, we just picked up somewhere. I don't know. I can't really point it out where, but we picked up, that we should be doing not drawing from the nature and just living it positive, because what we are benefiting from today is all work done by somebody else, So at least we need to be graciously grateful towards that and do our bit to leave, a nicer world for posterity. Long big words, but that's the simple idea which we just, and it appealed, and we ended up pursuing it. It's like an intoxicating habit. Once you get into it, you just build your life around it. And so, okay, talking about what I ended up doing, because they had all their things sorted out. We were, quick short story, I won't take it long. We were sitting, a group of friends somewhere in down south near Pondicherry in a cafe, chatting about it, and we ended up talking about, someone said, there is this heritage home that's come up on offer, because the owner has just expired or something and no one to take care of it. So, would anyone be keen? And we said, let's drive down, it's 120 kilometers down from south of Pondicherry. Place quite a lot of us would be familiar with, Tarangambadi, Tranquebar, formerly the Danish colony, We ended up next day, we were there, and, we said, okay, love at first sight, but, lot of work, such a distance. Are we dreaming an impractical dream? And we said, yes, probably it's an impractical dream. And, we came back, kept dreaming, the dream kept hovering, and, it took me back. Ended up buying it, and then we spent close to 2 years painstakingly restoring it using traditional architectural ways, Tarangambadi has been a Danish colony, so it's got the fort area has got quite a nice charm. The time hasn't moved at the same speed as it has in the rest of the world. Things are still very laid back, and a nice little sharing I would like to do is they are building a small port there. Lately they started this. So what's amazing and we are witnessing is the making of a beach. We are literally seeing the beach scale up every week. So a beach is forming for those of you who haven't been there lately. And Priti, would you like to just play a glimpse of the house?
Yeah, Tanga House. Let's quickly see the video of Tanga House and get back. Kiran, could you play the video, please? The video seems to have glitched. Can we play it one more time, Kiran, please? Did you also get the glitch as well?
Yes, I don't know if everyone got it.
Because I got it. Kiran, could you just play it one more time, please? Because we hardly saw more than 4 pictures. Tanga House video. Kiran. So what does Tanga House stand for, Prashant?
The street on which it's situated is called Goldsmith Street.
Oh, he started it.
Okay, let's see the video. That's the entrance to the house. If you don't mind adding my comments.
Yes, we can.
And then as we enter, it's the old style, grandma. Okay, the float stairs that we have built to reach the upper floors, and you feel like you're floating in the air because the stairs is really, that's the kind of architecture, glimpse of an architecture that we have followed traditional, rough style. Some addition of solar. We seem to be obsessed with.
We love it. We love that you're obsessed with solar.
Yeah, but we've kept it, small here in order to keep the whole architectural, sanctity. And that's what you see from the terrace, rooftop. This is our rooftop. I mean, I could spend my life there, really.
And that's Tanga House for you. And it's so beautiful, Prashant. The choice that you've chosen, also the fact you have to tell us about Tarangambadi and the Blue Zone.
Yeah, okay. So the Tarangambadi has especially blessed with very nice ozone layer. It's called O3, and for those of who are interested, it's very oxygen-rich layer. Even to breathe there is health-giving. I am told, and I gather on the internet, that it's probably the second best air in the world. The first one being somewhere in Switzerland, in terms of the air quality, and the fact that not much civilization growth has happened there has, I think, kept the place very blessed in that respect. It's a small house, cozy, 4-room house, all air-conditioned rooms, all like properly specced up with modern comfort, because we are city creatures and we are used to living in a certain way. So here, those things are not compromised at all, and there is a splash pool, to play around in the summers. Summers can get quite hot on the Coromandel coast. nearby, you have a number of attractions, including the Tirukadiyar temple, correct? Tirukadiyur.
Tirukadiyur, yes, yes.
That's got a lot of importance in amongst South Indians, I gather. I keep gathering, 60 years or 60th anniversary.
Yes.
Not too far, about 15, 20 kilometers, less than half an hour's drive or something like that.
Even the church there, I think the church is also has a very
Yes,
yeah.
it's one of the oldest and very important, probably the second oldest church in the country, and the fort is very nice. The first printing press in the country was in that area.
Wow, didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, not many people know about that, but that's a fact. So yeah, that's where time stands still, I would say, and it's just you got to experience it, For those of you who have been there, you know what I'm talking about. It's just another world.
It's a different world, and the fact that you mentioned with the Tirukadayur and the church, such a beautiful house to spend time before heading on to the journey, right? Or just to chill. You
Yes.
probably have a long-term residence as well now to stay there for a longer period and enjoy the ozone level and get more healthier, recoup, and that's such an amazing house right now.
Absolutely, and we are open to hosting guests. We will probably be listed only on Airbnb or direct bookings for people who know us. We do not intend to go commercial route at all.
So would you be giving us any special deals for Green Goddess and Antispot?
There you are. Tane has, I think, cooked up a set of offers, and Preeti would be putting that up shortly towards the end of the talk. And yes, we'll be more than happy to host you.
We'll be delighted actually to come whenever with the whole host of Green Club members and Green Goddesses to Antispot, spend time with you. We learned so much from you actually, Prashanti and Shalini. It's beautiful. Your family, the way, Tanvi and Tanvi come together in their own style. It's like very blessed actually. Our program's very special today. Is there anything else you would like to tell all our members who have participated today?
Thank you all for being here for us and for our family. And I'm really blessed, I tell you, Jayu, Preeti, everybody so much motivated and encouraged me, especially Nina. She was after me all this. You have to present it, and you have to, I just came out of this thing that, okay, no, I have to do it for Nina and the Green Goddess. So, and thank you so much for really encouraging us.
Yeah, and I think COVID has taught us this in its own hard way, that we have no choice. We must leave this world a better place.
That's beautiful.
It's no longer a choice, It's if we don't do it, they will make it do it.
Leave the place better than it was before, or at least try.
Absolutely.
We learned so much, Prashanti. I'm very enamored actually, and dying to go to Tanga House and Old Union Farm and just dive into the whole organic lifestyle. So really inspiring, and install solar panels in our house. Everything that Green Goddess that we love to endorse. So really, really very entertaining, very edutainment, I would say. Thank you. I would like to request Manju to please join us and give the word of thanks.
Hi everyone. I'm so happy Green Goddess has, on our sustainability, we were able to identify Shalini and her family. I've always passed Shalini's house, but I really never ever knew that belonged to you, Shalini, till yesterday, till we did the meeting. And this has really, really been very, very nice, because every member of your family has been involved, right from your son, daughter, husband, wife, creating a very good vibration to your house, to your work activities, and to the vision of what you feel and think. I'm sure this program has been inspiring to many of us. All of us who stay in Ananagar would love to come and visit. Green Goddess especially is so happy that we could take you to a newer platform of newer people. And definitely, as Preeti said, she will be putting up the ads for the building and for Trank Bar and what all we could do. And Shalu, I really have known you so many years, but I didn't know so many things were behind you except you being a good singer. And I'm so glad that, whatever you trained your son into take this as a future business, and it's all there set into one building. Your daughter also into that one building. It needs a lot of good energy, which we saw in the entire program, where again I'm repeating myself, the involvement factor was very high, and Prashant's word, gracious gratitude, I think that was very, very beautiful, because when we learn to appreciate things around us and make the most of it, we create inspiration and a platform for others to learn from. Thank you, Green Goddess. Thank you, Shalini, Prashant, Tanay, and Tanvi. And the stubborn baker, man, that rocks. It really rocks. Take care. God bless. All the best. Preeti, over to you.
Thank you, Manju. We just have a quick word with Sola Suresh because he's the authority and one of the founding members in our Green Club. Just a quick word from him on what he thought about the whole solar panels. Mr. Solar Suresh, are you here, sir?
Yeah, I'm very much here. I wanted to say a few words. I told Jayu this morning, please give me 2 minutes to say something. The place is a wonderful place, but more importantly, I congratulate Green Goddesses for identifying such a place. I live in Kilpark and I was not aware of such a place at all. I think book areas need to communicate a lot, maybe marketing aggressive. They seem to be very, very quiet. And these days, people show a mouse as an elephant, and they got an elephant. So they should talk about it more, show about it more completely.
Suresh, sir, can we see you? Can we see your video? It's off.
Yeah, my video is on.
Now you're on. You're on.
Sorry, yeah. They definitely need to do something in marketing. They need not be shy about what they have done. They should be proud of doing it. I have not done anything at all and acquired a sobriquet of Solar Suresh. They have done 1,000 times more than what I have done. So they need recognition, and it's like miners digging a diamond. Green Goddesses dug out this diamond from Annanagar. I can't believe that this is in Chennai at all. Till I saw it, I couldn't. If you had told me, I would not have believed it till I saw the video. Thanks to the Bokhara family, you've done a wonderful job. And join the club of Solar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Solar Suresh, sir. That was beautiful. Really appreciate your words. Can we have a quick word from Anju? Anju Agarwal. Anju just wants to have a quick word.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prashantji. You know, you've just given us insight into what green buildings can actually be. You know, not only does it create a socially smart human impact, but even sound, environmentally sound business decisions can be taken. So it is more about, friends, this whole meeting, if nothing, it has taught us this, that it is not about what you do is what is going to make a difference. So we need to decide what we actually need to do next. It's all small steps and baby steps here. And we encourage all our Green Club members and all those who are not Green Club members here, please join us at the Green Club to know more. You know, today, if anything, what this meeting has taught us is that there is no other greater luxury other than sustainability. So I think that alone says it all, and let's all move towards sustainable living. Preeti, over to you.
Thank you. Anju. Lovely. We'll have to see the offers that Antispot has for us. Let's have it. Kiran, can you just put it up on screen? And Tane, if he's here, just, okay, I'm just going to read it out. Of course, I will post it on all our groups. The exclusive offer that they are giving us is 10% off on PFC for all of October. And for any event till 31st of March, you get 10% off. And you have 10% off on avocados. Those who are fans of avocados, please do pick it up from the Old Union Farm. And Kiran has switched off the thing. So I'm just, oh yeah, thank you, Kiran. 10% discount at Tanga House for a minimum stay of 2 nights. I definitely will be going there with my green goddesses. We are going to be really enjoying the sun, the sea, the sand, and the beautiful ozone. And we will, of course, be posting all of these details further on our group. We would like to Thank all of you for joining us today. Thank you, the Bokaria family, for showing us the way. Thank you all for joining us today. Good day. Take care. Bye.
Just a quick word.
Yes, Shalini,
I
please.
just want to show you my terrace without the evening. Now it's it's getting dark, and the whole place is so very lit. And you can see the place where we are like actually planning to dine today. So my dining table is also laid out. And you can see the whole lit place also. So it will give you a different perspective of the place.
You're creating a romantic ambience, huh?
Yes. Yeah, for you guys to join in, yes.
Lovely, lovely.
Tane will show you just around.
Can you put Tanay's video on? I mean, screen on.
Yes. Tane, he's here.
That's our dining table laid out with Tanvi's cake as a dessert and my guacamole from my fresh avocados.
It's yummy. Wow,
Yum,
we're
yum.
looking forward to that. Very hungry right now.
Please join.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's really very pleasing to the eyes and all our senses, all our sensory right now is activated. We will join you all very shortly. Thank you, Tane.
Thank you, Preeti. Thank you.
Shalini, I can reach in 5 minutes.
Come over, Manju, please.
I pass your place every day and I didn't know it was yours.
Oh, God.
I won't disturb the family bonding. Enjoy your time. I'll be there with the green goddess soon.
We'll see you all soon. Let's all get to Antispot. It's at Anna Nagar, and we'll see you soon with the next edition of Green Goddess Live Talk. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.